All right, hello everybody. It has been a little while since my last Wotv video. It feels weird, not like just around 3rd anniversary. It's just video, like all this content and everything. And I've been just pumping out the videos. People have been enjoying them and commenting on them and not enjoying them, and all of that's great. But hold on a second. Wait a minute. Something's not quite right with this video. Why, if it isn't me? Hey, everyone. The new camera is here, and I should be looking just a little bit sharper than previously because this is actually an upgrade for my camera situation. Unfortunately, not much of an upgrade for my microphone situation, but you know, we do what we can. Anyway, we got this brand new shiny camera, which I will now be appearing back on camera. You know, like obviously being sick, I didn't want to be on too terribly much, but now that I'm feeling better, I think it's time to return. So now that I've met my audience, let's talk about the JP news this week, because there is a fair amount of JP news. First of all, a limited time guild event focusing on a couple of different rules. First off, a total unit cost of 550, and it also looks like, why, if that isn't a special characteristic for a certain male or female type of units, also a total unit cost of being 250. Or sorry, this is a total cost in general of 550, whereas this one is just unit cost of 250. But there you go, a couple of limited time events coming up for that. Also, we have a new vision card, and a new vision card featuring not one of the new Void characters. This does drive me just a little bit crazy because it's like, come on, you guys. Like, this is supposed to be her card. It's supposed to be Lizzle's card, and yet we don't have any of them on it. As a matter of fact, it's kind of funny. None of these characters can actually use this vision card, I think. Like, I know that it's used for daggers. What else? Consult my notes here. Large sword, dagger, and mace. So I want to give a big old congratulations to the Gumi guys for really nailing the art with this vision card. I mean, the art's always great. It's just, in this case, it really irks me that we're not getting something that's, you know, related to really the jobs that are on this vision card and the character that this is coming with. So that's just more annoying than anything, but I do really want to make a point of it. Anyway, bestowed effects on this vision card will include slash up and area attack resistance. Basically, the Lizzle special. Lizzle is good at those particular things, and she will be even better with this vision card. As for what we're looking at for party abilities, slash attack resistance up, attack up, and accuracy up for maxing out the vision card. Now, the accuracy up, not a bad deal. If you look at large sword and dagger, that's basically Lizzle and excuse me. Oh shoot, Joom is the one I'm thinking about. But even if, I mean, there are potentials for other characters that might want to combine with this. I mean, maybe you could put Cloud and Lizzle in a party together. Mace doesn't really have too terribly exciting characters yet, but you know, Rafu is always right around the corner, and I do believe she is a Mace user, at least as far as I know. And so there is the potential that there is a great multi-elemental vision team here, or multi-elemental like team here. But honestly, this vision card seems less than exciting right now. I'll take another look at it once it's out and we see the numbers, but I have to admit this one is just not really tickling me at all. Next up is Final Fantasy 1, and Final Fantasy 1 will be coming back with basically the Final Fantasy 1 content that you know and love, and that's about it. This is not the collaboration for anybody who is hoping for a massive thing. This is not that thing, by the way. And I just want to make this very clear. I mean, some people are going to complain about the fact that there's no new characters or no new weapons, and all of those are valid complaints. But really, this is sandwiched between Intergrade and some new off collaboration, like end of the year for JP at New Year's. About December 23rd and onwards is usually an off-brand collaboration. Like last year it was Persona 5. This year it'll probably be Tactics Ogre. With, I'm guessing, a repeat of Nier. But I mean, like, this is squeezing in the Final Fantasy 1 collaboration, and I can't say that, you know, given the history of Final Fantasy 1 with Wotv, that it's really too shocking that we're not getting too much content. It just didn't sell that well on JP. A combination of other banners that came out at the time, and the fact that he's just not as popular as some other characters. I mean, hopefully, if they are going to bring this back, hopefully it'll be like a really easy way for people to get him, and maybe JP will accept him a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see how the difference is on global. But the return of this probably is the most valuable thing. Just getting the Esper particularly easy, and a, you know, fire support vision card is really not a bad deal. I'm not saying that this is like night and day going to make a difference for fire, but, you know, another chance for people to get these kind of limited fire stuff is pretty good, and, you know, probably more tempting than some of the other things up here. As for the Final Fantasy 1 event, I mean, you can expect that the equipment will get its 6-star version, and really, I mean, it's not too terribly long, and I would not expect it to be anything too much. But I'll talk more in a separate video later about my expectations for what Final Fantasy 1 returning collaboration will probably be like. As for this, it does look like there's a little bit of a guild bonus for the statue. This one only lasts till the 23rd, so I also wanted to note that the Final Fantasy 1 collaboration does last until the end of Final Fantasy 7. So this is a much shorter collaboration too. But yeah, a little bit of that. We also have the FF7 Remake Intergrade box event, which we already talked about. Yuffie's piece of equipment, and it does look like background farming will also be in this. Let me just, again, confer with my notes about background loops for Trials of Justice. Boss battles and some quests are not eligible for background loops. Boss battles will also be included in background laps when future Trials of Justice are held. Will be based on the measurement of time, and it looks like score as well. So you can run these loops on event quests, which are the things that you get the boss tickets from. But it doesn't look like yet you will be able to do like bosses through the loops. If that is at all incorrect, I will make a change in it later. But it does seem to be that is the way it is stated. So at least background farming is usable at some extent. We also have titles for people who want to go nuts on this and try and be the best that no one ever was. And last but not least for this video, we're going to talk about character quests and dream enhancements. So, dream enhancements this time around, we can expect a cavalcade of URs, and by that I mean about 5 of them. So Venera is going to be coming, which is looks like Marussia. We have Horn, Mashery, but this is Queen Mashery. We have regular Glassy, and last but not least, we have Luartha. Or Rasa. Yeah. Sorry, misread that across. Also, Ravi's and Dario will be coming, and I think those are going to be the 2 to watch. Balia is also going to be coming for an SR character, but I'm, out of all of this entire list, I mean, Queen Mashery might be one of the ones that's going to be the better of the characters of this set. Like, just looking across down here and what I could expect for upgrades for most of these characters, I'm kind of expecting that Mashery Queen version is going to be the best. But I'm really more interested in the SSRs, partially because the cost is a little bit better, but the stats are more important on those 2 characters rather than the URs, because URs are plenty strong already. So Dario was already used in tournament to pretty good success in wind elemental teams, especially with limited costs. And Ravi's is kind of become a pretty interesting little character on JP because of more recent updates, which I'm blanking on at the moment. I'm not lying. It actually is true. Let me just see if I can pull her up quick. But I do have higher expectations for the lower cost characters because it's more accessible to more people. And potentially, you know, these are good tanks to just put into limited cost teams and going up there. Let me see, Ravi's, yeah, her master ability 2, which if you just look across the entire thing now, you know, stuff for allies, but berserk resistance, evasion rate up of 10%, AP consumption down to 20, HP up, and single target resistance, all pretty nice. And yeah, I'm just kind of thinking that it's going to be overall more interesting update for the SSRs than anything on this list. But yeah, that is my overall impressions, or I guess, no, not impressions. That's the overall news for JP this week. Lots of stuff between limited time event or limited cost events, Final Fantasy VII Intergrades, Trials of Reckoning, and last but not least, the Final Fantasy I event returning. There's enough stuff to keep people probably busy and happy. Oh yeah, and the other thing, I did end up getting the Void character. You know, as it turns out, the character that you do want, like, you know, like for me, it's like Oberyn or something like that. It's the character I want most because he's a Dragoon. He's super cool. He's, you know, arguably pretty good looking, you know. But then the character that you don't necessarily want, like Rizal, because I'm not a big fan on the Void characters at the moment, show up immediately. So what a twist of fate. How the tables turn, so to speak, or turntables. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll do a expectations for Final Fantasy I next. See ya.